Welcome to the Word of English with Professor Mahdi Shabbir Jafri. Today's topic is parts of speech. In this lecture, we are going to discuss what are different parts of speech and their uses, what every student must know. Let's start parts of speech. Of speech means building blocks of English language. We speak English, we write English, we use different sentences, and each and every sentence we use different words. These words are called parts of speech, or we can say building blocks of the English language. There are 8 in number, and now we are going to discuss individually what are these 8 parts of speech. Speech, total 8 parts of speech. Dear students, first one is noun, second one verb, third one pronoun, fourth adjectives, fifth one adverbs, prepositions, conjunctions, and interjections. Name of some person, place, thing, or idea. Commonly, nouns are the subjects of the sentence. Look at this sentence. For example, Mr. Ali is going to Karachi this weekend. Ali, person, Karachi, place. These two are nouns in this sentence. We can have different nouns. For example, thing, we can have chairs, tables, idea, happiness, sadness. These are all different kinds of nouns. Step ahead. Types of noun. First one is common nouns. Common nouns means name of people, places, or things that are not specific or particular. Ordinary things are ordinary places, ordinary people. They are called common nouns. For example, women, mountain, city, ocean, country, building, dog, airline. Or simply we can say common nouns make the sense any person, any place, or anything. For example, I am standing in front of my class. I ask one of the students, come here. It means common, anyone can come. Give me a pencil, any pencil. Give me a pen, any pen. So common nouns mean common people, common places, common things, which are not specific, which are ordinary. And we can have the idea, anyone, anything, any place. Next one is proper nouns. Proper nouns means specific people, specific places, or specific things. Particular people, particular places, or particular things. Aslam, Mount Everest, Minnesota, North Sea, England, London, London Tower Bridge. Aslam, not an ordinary student. Aslam, some specific one. Mount Everest, not an ordinary mountain, some specific mountain. Next one, abstract nouns. Nouns that you cannot perceive with your five senses, or simply we can say we cannot calculate them, we cannot measure them, we can only feel them. Love, wealth, happiness, pride, fear, religion, belief, history, communication, honor, respect, friendship, tolerance. All these are called abstract nouns because we can have only ideas about them. We cannot perceive them with our senses. Next type of nouns are material nouns. Material noun refers to a material or substance from which things are made, such as silver, gold, iron, cotton, diamond, and plastic. Material noun, things are made of material noun. In material noun, simply, commonly, we say building material, cooking material. Building material, wood, stone, cooking material, rice, oil, sugar, and then metals, silver, gold, iron. All these are called material noun. Look at other examples. Material nouns from nature. They are found in nature. Water, air, silver, gold, iron, copper, sand, coal, rock, sunlight, rain, earth, salt. Material nouns from animals: egg, meat, honey, milk, silk, leather, wool, etc. All these are the examples of material noun. Material noun means pure in their form. And things are made of material noun. Last kind of noun that we are going to study, collective nouns. Collective noun refer to things or people as a unit, or simply we can say they form a group. They cannot be studied individually. For example, bunch, audience, flock, team, group, family, band, village. Look at team. Team means many players. Group means many members of the group. Audience means many people witnessing something. Village, many persons living together. Army, group of soldiers. All these are called collective nouns. They cannot be studied individually. They are in the form of groups. Simply called action words. A verb tells what the noun does or is doing. It is the action of the sentence. After subject, there is verb in a simple sentence. Subject and then verb. Types of verb. First one, action verb. Action verb tells you that what subject does. Action or activity. Think, learn, study, play, sit, stand, sleep. Second one, linking verb. Linking verb means joining, link. Passes from subject to object. I open the door. Flowers smell good. I and the door. Two things, subject and object. I is subject and the door object. And open links these two words, flowers and good. Smell links flower and good. So these verbs are called linking verb. My dear students, one verb can be at the same time action verb and linking verb. For example, I open the door. In this sentence, open is action verb and also a linking verb. Number 3, helping verb. Helping verb is not the main verb. Helping verb are added to another verb to make the meaning clear, like be, do, did, does, have, did. For example, I can run fast. In this sentence, can is helping verb, not the main verb. Main verb is run. If we look at three kinds of verb, action verb, linking verb and helping verb, we got the idea. Linking verb are different from helping verb. Linking verb are the main verb. Helping verb not the main verb. After helping verb, there is another verb. But when we use verb as linking verb, there is only one verb. In case of helping verb, two verbs are present. Helping verb and then main verb. Let me give an example to you. I am a student. Here am is a linking verb. I am going to Lahore. Here am going. Am is followed by going. Am is helping and going is the main verb. Now I think you have got the idea, difference between the linking verb and the helping verb. Some more explanation. First one is main verb, the most important verb in the sentence. The verb that shows the action that the subject is completing, performing or doing. Example, Lily loves her baby. I enjoy playing music. Here loves and enjoy, they are main verb. Helping verb, a word that goes next to a verb that helps show what tense, past, present or future the verb is in. It means helping verb tells us what is the tense. Present tense, whether it is present tense or past tense or future tense. Lily is going to the store. Here is tells us present tense. I am going to Lahore today. Am going. Am is helping verb and it tells us present tense. So, main verb tells us about activity or action. Helping verb tells us about present, past or future tenses. An important note. The same word can be a helping verb and a main verb. If it is the only verb in the phrase, it is the main verb. If we have helping verb and it would be followed by main verb. I am happy. Am here is main verb or linking verb. I am going to the store. Am here is helping verb and then going is the main verb. So it means word is not important. Its use is important. We have to focus on the use of the word. Noun. A pronoun is a short word that takes the place of a noun. replacing noun. Pronouns can be first person, second person, or third person. First person speaking, I and we. Singular I and plural we. Second person speaking to, I am speaking to you. You are second person. You, singular and plural. Third person. Third person, the person not present. Speaking about, we can also say. Singular he, she, it, and plural they. We have three persons, first person, second person, and then third person. Now, pronouns can also assume the form of subjects, he or she, I, we, you. They can assume the form of objects at the end of the sentence, him, her, us, me, them. Possessive. Possessive shows possession. Mine, your, his, hers. Look at the examples. He is coming to the party. He, subject. Pronoun is used as a subject. They are punishing him. Him. Here him is pronoun. Pronoun is used as the form of object. My house. Possession. It shows possession. Your shirt. Your shows possession. This house is mine. Mine pronoun and it shows possession. So we have pronoun, three pronouns, first person, second person, and third person. These are also called personal pronouns. Personal pronouns, first person, second person, and third person. They can assume the form of subjects, objects, and also possessive. Next one is adjective. Here D is silent. It is adjective. Adjectives are descriptive words that describe a noun or pronoun and add something to its meaning. It means adjective adds something to the meaning of noun or pronoun. Or simply we can say it tells us something more about a noun or pronoun. It can give us the meaning of, it can tell us what kind of noun, how many, which one. Look at the examples. Pakistan is a large country. What kind of country? Large country. Large is adjective. Karachi is a big port. What kind of port? Big port. Big is adjective. Presenting a blue car, a red car, and a light brown car. What kind of cars? Blue, red, a light brown. Blue, red, and light brown, they are adjectives. There are 5 students in the class. How many students? 5 students. 5. 5 is adjective of number. different kinds of adjective. Adjective can be adjective of quality, tall, fat, sweet, sour. Adjective of quantity, 5, fourth, last, a few months. It shows quantity. Demonstrative. Demonstrative means to show something. This, these, that, those. Interrogative. WH words if they come at the beginning of the sentence. Which way? Whose book? These are interrogative adjective. Possessive. My pen. My, possessive adjective. Your cap, possessive adjective. His book, possessive. Distributive adjective. Each, every, either, neither. Emphatic. Emphatic means it gives emphasis on something. I did it myself, yourselves, himself, themselves. Emphatic adjective. It means adjective can be of different kinds. Adjective, not only quality but also quantity, interrogative, emphatic, etc. Adverb. An adverb describes how an action is performed. Or simply we can say it tells more about verb, adjective or other adverb. It adds to the meaning of verb, adjective or adverb. Adverbs tell how, where and when. Look at the example. Yesterday she ran quickly downtown. When? Yesterday. How? Quickly. Where? Downtown. It means yesterday, quickly, downtown. These all are adverbs. The most commonly used adverb in English is very. Many adverbs end in ly. Quickly, carefully and slowly. Dear students, don't mix adjective and adverb together. Adjective add to the meaning of noun or pronoun. Adverb add to the meaning of verb, adjective or other adverb. Look at the example. The story is very interesting. Interesting, adjective. Very interesting. Very is adverb. Fastly. Fast is adjective. Fastly, adverb. Quick, adjective. Quickly, adverb. Careful, adjective. Carefully, adverb. Different kinds of adverbs. Adverb can be adverb of manners. How? Writes badly. How writes badly. Hit the ball hard. How? Manners. It gives the answer of how. Adverbs of place. Where? It gives the answer of where. Train stops here. We live there. Adverbs of time. When? Gives the answer of when. Now, soon, before, after, then, never, again. The holiday will begin tomorrow. When? Tomorrow. Adverbs of number. How many? It gives the answer of how many. They called twice. We walked 2 by 2. How many times something is done? Adverb of number gives the answer of how many times. Adverb of quality. Less, least, very, most, too little. He ate enough. We lost much money. How much? It gives the answer of how much. These are different kinds of adverb. If you look at these kinds of adverb keenly, you will really enjoy reading adjective adverb. Preposition. A preposition shows a position, relationship between two or more nouns or pronouns. Position words or relationship words. Look at example. She walked through the door into the room. Through the door, into the room. Through and into. Preposition. The book is on the table. Two things, book and table. On shows relationship or position, where the book is on the table. The relationship can be spatial. Spatial means place, as in the sentence above, or in time, as in the sentence below. After the track meet, he was very tired. After. Here after is preposition. Conjunction. Conjunction means joining words. A conjunction is a short joining word such as and, or, but, for, so, yet, that. The main function of a conjunction is to join words, phrases and clauses together slowly and carefully. And a red hat and a white shirt, and he had no ticket but he went anyway. And but, in these three sentences, these are conjunctions. Conjunctions means joining words. It can join words, phrases, clauses or even sentences. Interjection. An interjection is a word or words of shock or surprise. They don't have any meanings. They give the sense of something. It is usually used by itself and is followed by an exclamation point, exclamatory sign, exclamatory mark. Examples are wow, cool, awesome, hurrah, alas, oof, oh, ouch. All these words are interjections. They give us the feelings of shock, surprise, sadness, happiness, and we can guess the feelings by these words. Hurrah, happiness. Alas, feeling of loss, sadness. Ouch. Ouch means some disturbance. Students, everybody is a genius. If he tries, if he strives, if he or she keeps on going. Best of luck for your future. Keep going on the path of learning. Best of luck, Punjabians.